Today I will talk about the fit interview. A student from LBS asked me, what are the pitfalls? Before I go into those pitfalls, let me frame the fit interview so you understand what it is about. The fit interview, or the personal experience interview, is how the interview starts. For 15 to 20 minutes, it's a discussion that is centered around your experiences, on the one hand, both accomplishments but also challenges. And on the other hand, your interests, your motivations. And the way it works is I will be asking you questions. It can be questions from your CV, which I receive briefly before entering the interview room. Or it can be questions that I ask openly. For example, a question from your CV may be, I see here that you were project leader for this company. Tell me, what was your biggest achievement there? Or if I ask an open question, it can be, tell me about a time where you had to solve a conflict in a team. Now let's go into the pitfalls that I see candidates falling into and that I want you to avoid. The first one is focusing on the wrong skills. In the fit interview, I am looking for 2 skills and 2 skills alone. I'm not looking into the problem-solving skills. That's in the case. In the case interview, I am evaluating your analytical, your conceptual, your quantitative skills. But in the personal experience, it's another skill set. It's the behavioral skills. And there are 2 behavioral skills that interest me as an interviewer. The first one is drive. It's your goal orientation. It's your entrepreneurial spirit to find opportunities. And your persistence, your perseverance in the face of challenges. And the second skill that I'm looking for is leadership. How good you are at leading people, at persuading people, at working in teams. So those are the only 2 skills I care about. And I'll give you an example of how a candidate, brilliant candidate, did amazing in the case interview, but I didn't pass him because he fell into this first pitfall. He focused on the wrong skill. I asked him, tell me about a time where you worked in a team. He shared with me a story where he was doing a research with another colleague. And they had to go through a big data set. They went to libraries and collect a lot of data, digitized data. This candidate that I was interviewing found a way to optimize the process. So after 1 week, he was done and he went back home. And that is the skill he told me to show his teamwork abilities. Of course, it didn't work. When you have to prove your skills, you can use experiences from your personal life or your academic life, not only work experiences. But focus on, for example, if you want to show a drive, in your academic life can be prizes that you won, it can be your grades. In your hobbies, it can be that you launched a musical album that shows that you persevered and went through all the stages. And in your work, it can be that you identified an opportunity to improve collections at your company, for example. That's drive. And then leadership. Leadership, again, can be in work-related issues, where you led a project, led a team, persuaded someone, did a negotiation. But it can also be outside, as a volunteer, organizing an event, or even in your school, being an organizer or a leader of a student association. Now, very important to keep focus on the skills, and it's either drive or leadership. So forget about showing analytical or conceptual or other skills that are not relevant. In the fit interview, I care only about those 2 skills. The second pitfall is we instead of I. Many candidates, when they tell their experiences, they say, we did this, and then we convinced the director of the company, and we analyzed, and we achieved this result. I don't care about we. I'm interviewing you, not your team. I'm not interested in the average of that group of people. I'm interested in your specific skills. So please never use we, always frame it as I. This is what I did, and this is the results that I got. Otherwise, remember, I will not be able to assess your role in that specific situation.